afternoon. Hello, how are you doing? Now, of course, now we have got a fabulous hour. It's kind of a different concept now from Pink Frog Crafts because it's all about memory albums, memory books, and that also brings up sort of a brand new, not so new because we have seen her before. We have, been inspired many times by her, but in the new kind of partnership with, of course, Pink Frog Crafts. Our Dawn, how are you?
Good afternoon, Paula. How are you?
I'm really excited about this show because this show, it's all about keeping our memories alive.
It is. I think it's very important. I've been a scrapbooker for 16 years. I've been designing and creating memory books for about 8. I love teaching them. And I think the thing is, where do you keep your photos? On your computers, on your phones, in boxes you inherit. Let's get them out of there, let's get them printed, and let's get them displayed in beautiful memory albums. And this will help to keep them, store them, for generations to come. You know, what could be easier?
Absolutely. And the thing which is very important about when we're talking about keeping those memories alive, just out of the computers and phones, is acid and lignin free, isn't it?
Definitely.
So the cards that we are talking about is acid and lignin free.
It is. This Pink Frog have pulled the stops out here. We've got some new card stock on as well today. We've got the True White, we've got in the bundles, in the memory book bundles, and we've got that also in the 12 by 12, and we've also got True Brown in 12 by 12, which is new today from Pink Frog. But yes, this is all acid free. You're going to love this if you're a scrapbooker or a mini bookmaker, definitely.
Absolutely. Right, let's talk about the first bundle. Now, of course, remember, this is acid and lignin free, which is very important for your memories. Now, this is the 6-inch memory book bundle. Now, am I right thinking that here we have got enough to make 4 mini albums in total?
You have. So in each bundle, what we've put together is, you've got 20 sheets of your sized paper. So whether you've chosen the 6-inch bundle or the 8-inch bundle. So you're going to get 20 in black and 20 in white, and then you're going to get 40 sheets of A4 card as well to do your covers and your photo mats. So out of each bundle you can make 2 black and 2 white mini albums. You've got everything you need there.
So basically you can make 2 of them in white, 2 of them in black, and it works out £4.65 per album.
Fantastic value.
It is an amazing value. I love also, by the way, the instructions will be on your social media, I believe, the link
yes,
as
I've
well.
already shared them, yes.
So fabulous. And then you will be able to print them out and follow them. Now, you can see them here. £18.59 is your price. Remember, you will be making 2 of the white, 2 of the black. 2/3 of the stock has already gone. Now, also, as a crafter, you can think it, well, you don't have to make them into mini albums if you don't want to. You know what you can do with them as well. £18.59. Remember to check out your baskets. 026440 is your item number. Very busy for the next bundle, which actually is the 8-inch one, which is already half the stock gone. And I believe, Dawn, this is the one that you're going to be demonstrating, isn't it?
Yes, I'm just going to finish off the decoration from this morning because we ran out, but then I'm going to be demonstrating the 8-inch size mini album. But you will see the concept is the same. The size of the card just makes the difference. And once you've got that into your head, you'll see why I call these easy and fast minis.
Absolutely gorgeous. I love the size of it. And it's just one of those ones that size-wise that you still can put lots of pictures.
The thing with this is, this one, if you want to put a minimum, 50 pictures. 56 before minimum.
Wow.
And that's without adding your memorabilia and those bits and pieces. You know, I don't know about you, if I go to a wedding, I keep the order service, the menus, the place settings. I keep it all, you know, because I want to remember it. And of course, you can scrapbook that. Now, you're not just scrapbooking your photos from that event, you can scrapbook the memorabilia to go with the event. And this is where the pockets are great for this.
They are. Now, if you want yours, remember, half the stock already gone. Over half the stock now. If you want yours, 267601 is your item number. £25.99. And remember, you are getting enough to make 4 in total, 2 black, 2 white. Now, that true white is brand new today because, am I right thinking this is not super smooth? This is true white.
This is true white. What Pink Frog have done with this show is we wanted to bring it for scrapbookers and memory book people. So super smooth isn't acid free.
Yeah.
So by bringing it in as true white, it now is. And this is fantastic. It's fantastic for me as a scrapbooker, and probably many of you lot out there as well. It's just great.
Because I'm going like with you, Don. I have been a massive scrapbooker, but I love my memory albums as well and things like this. And having the security that the paper, the acid and lignin-free paper or card, is not going to, you know, it's not going to damage the picture. It's not going to damage the picture and the memories that you have. Here you have got the representation of what we have with the true white, super smooth, and of course the watercolour.
Yes, I've put that together just to show the Pink Frog customers out there, because I know a lot of the Pink Frog customers love the super smooth, and why would you not? It's fantastic. Yes. But now we've got the true white. But because all the bleach has been taken out of the cardstock, you can see it's a different white, and that's why I put this together. Yes.
And now we still kind of stamp on here, right?
Oh yes, I mean that frame you've got there, I've just stamped straight onto the frame. So it's one of Hazel's, you know, famous box frames, and I've just stamped directly on there. That's with the Textures 2 stamps on that, and it takes the stamps and the ink beautifully.
Indeed. 382161 is your item number. £19.99 for 50 of that acid and lignin-free, 280 GSM 12 by 12 true white. Then we have the True Card collection, 12 by 12 collection here. I love, man, can I say I love your displays, because that is just so cool. We can show. Of course, you're getting in total, is it you're getting 10 of each?
Yes.
10 on each, so you are getting 50 again. True black, true red, true green, true brown, and true blue. All acid and lignin-free again.
Exactly, and they're your staples. They're what you're going to want to keep in your craft stash, aren't they, as a scrapbooker?
Yes,
definitely.
Absolutely. And I'm going to show the back of this page as well, because for me it's very important as a crafter. I mean, I will be honest, I don't do it often, but many of you will thinking, well, that's a waste of cards. But it's not.
No.
Because you can take the insides out.
No, the ladies that come to my scrapbook classes, they will know that I make them gut.
Yes.
And we save as much as we physically can, because, yes, why waste the paper on the back? But you could also scrapbook on the reverse, because you've made a frame as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I like your idea. And if you want to do that, that's absolutely fine. Imagine how much more card you will gonna get. 50 in total, so you are getting 10 of blue, 10 of red, green, brown, and black. Remember, 12 by 12, all of them acid and lignin-free, because it's the true collection. 280 GSM 696 575 is your item number. Now, if you wanted to go for just the true brown, you have got the bundle of 50 sheets in total, acid and lignin-free again, £19.99. Now, Dawn, am I right thinking this is the go-to card if you want to do a vintage pages?
It is. I mean, but don't just think vintage. You know, your brown will go with many other colours that you're using out there. And don't just also think because it's 12 by 12, it's just for scrapbooking. You can use it for your card making as well, for your matting and layering, you know, all sorts of making boxes, all sorts of crafting, because the quality is absolute. It's sturdy, it scores beautifully, it doesn't crack, and that's what we want as crafters.
And also, that's a very good point. If it doesn't crack, it's perfect for scoring, but also you know the quality of true black. If you know that, you know that you're going to love true brown as well. 875235 is your item number. £19.99 is your price. Now, lots more on the website there, craftstore.com, and there you will find all all the different glues. Now, some of, those glues, the EVA glue is an incredibly strong acid and lignin free. Remember, this is all about keeping your memories, preserve your pictures as they were printed the first day. And one of the top recommendations is to have acid and lignin free. The True collection is all acid and lignin free. And of course, there is rubber cement, which is a photo glue. This kind of works so well with your pictures, as well as the EVA and those bottles as well that you can non-clog as well. You have got dyes that will work, and also we have a happy hour. Now, the happy hour makes me always very happy, this one, because it's the Collal 1 liter all-purpose glue. Now, this is an incredible glue and not at an incredible price. Please make sure to grab it if you haven't got it. I decant mine. This one probably is the one that I tend to decant from. I do it just to demonstrate, but here, look at that, £14 saving, £15.99 is the equivalent of 10 of the smaller bottles, the ones that you refill. I pay $2.99. I just standardly pay $2.99 for the smaller ones. If imagine that 10, that would be £29, almost 29.99. Anyway, grab that when you can. 227990 is your item number. I remember a happy hour, the price that it will jump back up at the end of the hour. So make sure to check out your baskets. Right on. So how, well, you wanted to show how to decorate this 6x6,
I just
right?
wanted to show you how to decorate the 6x6 pages, because you remember, if you watched the first show at 10 o'clock, and if you haven't, go back and watch on rewind, because you'll see what happens there. So this is one of our pages, and you remember we put red liner tape along here for the pocket, but we didn't stick it down, because what you're going to do is you're going to stick your papers in first. And in your instructions with the measurements, okay, I've actually even given you the measurements for the pattern papers.
Perfect. So the matting and layering.
So it's all there, and this is it. I've not matted and layered heavily, but if you wish to do so, the nice thing about it is, because we've got all those beautiful colour cardstocks, you can.
Of course. You could be almost like a rainbow.
You could, and this is it. Just pick out what you've got in your craft stash. You know, I'm sure lots of you out there have got the, stacks of pattern papers. Absolutely. I know what people are like. I know what I'm like. I just love to keep them. Okay.
Can I ask a question? I mean, this is because we don't feature scrapbooking that much, and I wanted to, as much as possible, to talk about the scrapbooking. When you do you ever do the album first with the papers you want to use, and then you find the pictures, or is the pictures that inspire you?
Normally, it depends on the theme. Because obviously this is it. With these albums, by changing the paper, you're making the album fit the theme. So it could be a wedding, it could be a christening, it could be Christmas, it could be a male album, it could be a female album, it could be a baby album. You know, the sky's the limit, and it's only your, the limits of your imagination that are going to stop you. So just look at your papers and how you're going to use them. And this is the nice thing with these. I've given you quite a good depth between each of the pages, so you can add your embellishments. You can add your pearls, you can add your gems, add your die cuts, use your stamps. There's so much you can add to these albums. This is it. Absolutely. Definitely. So I've stuck this is one of my pages. I've stuck the two inside bits. Now you'll see here I haven't gone all the way across here. This is the inside of my pocket. Why am I going to waste paper? No, you're not going to waste paper. So when you get it home and you see that I've given you measurements,
I see.
They're not wrong, because this is inside. You're not going to see this, so why waste? So then you're going to take your red liner tape off that you put on. And then you're going to make your pocket. Okay, and then you'll go ahead and just add your extra pieces of pattern paper.
And of course, you are using the non-clog bottles.
I am, because I've got my EVA glue in there.
Yeah, perfect.
And they are just lovely, and you don't have to squeeze too hard. It comes out fine. I've not got anything seeping out. The other nice thing about the EVA, it dries clear. I've not got to worry about it at all. You know, it just takes.
And it's so strong. The EVA is so strong. But here they are the two bottles that you are getting, the 0.5 mil tape and the 0.8 mil, the other way around, that 0.8, and this one is the final one. Now, you, of course, £13.99 is the price. They come empty and then you refill them with whatever glue you want. Approaching 70% of the stock has gone. Now, of course, we have the EVA here as well. Now, you refill it. You can use it directly to your projects, but here you have got 225 ml of this extraordinary glue. 2/3 of the stock has gone. It's pH neutral, which means that it's perfect for your scrapbooking because it doesn't have acid per se in it. So therefore, make sure to grab it, to use that for your constructions. 538442 is your item number. Right. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. So that's just how basically you decorate the pages. So when you get your measurements home, don't think, what have you done, Dawn? You got a big gap there. No, you haven't got a big gap. We're being frugal. Okay. Now your photo mats. Make your photo mats work for you. You know, again, I've used scraps here. So I've used scraps. So in the albums, I've given you 2 different sizes of photo mats that you're going to cut, and I've used scraps. Now, again, you're going to put photos on top of here, so you don't necessarily need to cover the whole thing in paper. But if you get your fine nozzle with your EVA, and if we just do a little thin bead around the edge, just as an L, and you pop it onto the corner, okay, like that. So if I bring one out here that's already dry, you'll see if you're using older pictures and you don't want to glue them down, or you've got memorabilia that you really don't want to put glue on, and I do understand that, but I must say I've been totally impressed with the photo glue for even putting things like newspaper print, things like that down. But your photos will slide, if you want, underneath, okay? So you've got that option. So it gives you that bit of decoration if you're adding a photograph, but you've got that extra little pocket. So if you don't want to stick down, you don't need to. Okay? So that's just finishing off the decoration of the 6x6. And it'd be identical with your 8x8.
Perfect. So it's a very simple, very straightforward. The instructions of the sizing, of course, if you follow Dawn on social media, you will find them there. Perfect.
Yes. So should we have a look at the 8x8 then?
Absolutely. Can I, while you reset, shall I kind of, well, actually mention the photo glue, because we have got the photo glue. Now, it's back on extended delivery. Is the Collal photo glue is... Oh, now, you know, dispatched from the 7th of May. You are getting a trio of them. Now, it is rubber cement, so it kind of is really nice to put it in. It doesn't buckle the page. It does. This is some product that I have been using for years and years and years, because it gives you that ability to reposition a little bit as well. But once the stock is stock, $11.97 is your price. $272,177 is your item number. Now, the memory book, the bundle for the 6-inch one, 70% of the stock has gone. Remember that you are getting it in the black and the white. You don't have to choose. You are getting them both. And with this bundle, you will get to make 2 in black, 2 in white. £18.59 is your price. Now, the 8 inches, again, you will have enough to make 2 in white, 2 in black. 60% of the stock has gone. £25.99. A brand new bundle here for you. 267601. And remember, the white is true white, which is not super smooth, because remember, this is acid and lignin free, as is the true black, which you need to keep your memories and preserve them forever. Right? Are you ready then?
I am.
Fabulous.
So in your bundle, you're going to get your card size. So in the 8x8, you're going to get the 20 centimetres by 40 centimetres. And then you're going to have that in black and in white, which is absolutely fantastic. And then we've also given you your A4.
Right.
So you've got enough A4 here. We've calculated this out. So you've got enough for all your photo mats and your cover. So you're going to use your A4 for your cover. Right. So for the 8x8 album, you're going to take 2 sheets of your A4 and you're going to cut 2 of these at 21 centimetres, which obviously I don't need to cut the first one because it's 21 centimetres long, by 26 centimetres. So there you go, you're only doing 1 cut.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to bring the scoreboard in. And I'm going to be working in centimetres again. So this is for your cover. Okay, and you're going to put the long side along the top of your scoreboard, and you're going to score down at 5 centimetres. And you're going to do that on both. So that's on one, and then I'm going to do that on the second one. And the thing with these albums is you will become addicted.
Yeah.
They are really quick and easy to make. A beginner could make these. With children that are a little bit older, you could supervise them because there's not a lot of cutting at all. You know, you could help them and they could quite easily make these. So they are very quick and easy to do. So I'm going to just fold that score line, go in with my bone folder.
And you burnish?
Burnish, definitely.
Why do you burnish all the time, like the fulls?
When you're making a mini album, construction, it's like a house.
Yeah.
If you've got good construction and good products, you're going to get a professional finish. And the thing with these albums is you're going to make them and they are going to last years. I've made albums and they're still going. They will last years as long as you've got good products, like your good glues, your good adhesives, good card, and the fact these are acid-free as well. This is a big thing. Not only are they going to keep your photos good, but the papers now aren't going to yellow and brown.
Of course.
So this is very important. Now on my trimmer, I don't know whether the camera can pick that up. You know, sometimes you get that little ridge where you cut.
Yes.
If you go with your bone folder and run it over it, it flattens it.
Right, that's a very good
So
tip.
it's a good little top tip. It doesn't happen all the time. It's just sometimes it does happen. So, and I've put a new blade in my trimmer, so there you go. So
yeah, because I tend to use a guillotine to cut most of the time, but sometimes I don't have one, and that top tip, it's just amazing. Even if you know, amazing.
Yes.
Now, the 8-inch album and memory book bundle, I'm very busy for that. 70% of the stock has gone. If you want to grab yours, you know what to do. Check out those baskets, and you will grab a fabulous bundle of cardstock to preserve your memories. Back to you.
Okay, so I put glue just on one. This is going to be your spine. So I put glue on just one side. And then I'm going to get my other side, because this is identical, and you're just going to marry the two together. Now your glue dries clear, so do not panic, but because I've used the fine bottles, you tend to find you don't get loads of glue seeping out. And again, just make sure that's all nice and clear. And I do like to go over with my bone folder again. Give that a good burnish just to push the glue into the fibres of the paper. So that's your cover constructed, all done. Okay, that was really quick, wasn't it?
Yeah, very. And of course, by burnishing the glue pieces, what you were saying is it will be stronger construction.
Yes, definitely.
That makes sense.
Definitely. So the next thing you're going to do is, for each album, you're going to make 8 pages. So you're going to need 8 of your size sheets, but we've actually put 10 of each in. So we've given you an extra one, just in case the first one's not quite how you want it. So you've got enough cardstock for everything you want to do to make the 4. And that's why they're just fantastic value for money. And they are addictive. I'm going to warn you, once you start making them, you're going to be making more, and you're going to wish you got more, because they are so quick to make. You know, you think, presents, gifts, I'm always making mini albums and giving them as gifts as people, and they are just a fantastic way to document things. And the fact you're getting 4, you know, the 8x8 can take a minimum of 50 6x4 photos, and the 6-inch size one would take a minimum of 46 photos. You know, you've got 4 of those on your bookshelf. You may have seen my picture on social media showing 4 on my bookshelf. They look lovely. And isn't that better than having your photographs on your computers, on your phone, or in the cloud?
Absolutely. I mean, you can see them here, like how, you know, they could look as well. They are really, really lovely. That's so sweet. And of course, having a bundle that delivers you the sizes already pre-cut,
Exactly.
you know, it just makes it so much easier.
Exactly. You're not buying cardstock you're going to waste.
No.
So we're going to now make the hinge, okay? So for the hinge, you're going to use one of your card blanks, and this is where it makes it easy. So you're going to do your first cut at 9 centimetres, your second cut at 7 centimetres, and a third cut at 4 centimetres. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you're not going to use that piece, but do not throw that away, because you can use it for matting and layering, you could use it for stamping on, you could use it for an extra photo mat in your album. It will come in handy. You know, we know us crafters, we're quite frugal. We don't throw anything away.
Oh, well, I mean, not only we don't throw anything away, we pick on... True story. I came in today after work and I went to the kitchen to throw some, and I saw some papers there. I mean, they were very old, very distressed, very, you know. I was like, who's throwing these beautiful papers away? So I took them out. Then I realized that they were meant to be bent.
Oh, right.
Because, yeah, but then I put them back. But it's just that sort of thing that we don't throw them and we get them things out of the bin.
We do. We save everything, don't we? This is the thing. So for the hinge, again, back in on your scoreboard. So for scoring your hinge, you're always going to score on the top short side. Right. So for the small one that is 4 centimetres, you're going to score at 1.5 centimetres, do a half turn, and score again at 1.5 centimetres. Okay, the next one you're going to do, this is your 7 centimetre one, you're going to score at 1.5 centimetres.
Yeah.
And you're going to do a half turn and again score at 1.5 centimetres. Now this is a stack the deck hinge system, which I think Laura Dennison first brought out, but this is where I add my twist.
Oh,
okay, and I add my twist for a reason. So this is the 9 centimetre piece, and you're going to now score at 2 centimetres.
Yeah.
Do a half turn and score at 2 centimetres. Okay, so that's all that scoring done. And again, we'll just give those a quick burnish.
Yeah. Remember the construction. And you use a Teflon tool for that, don't you?
I do like my Teflon tool, yes.
Because that gives it no mark, doesn't mark the card, right?
No, it doesn't, and I like it because, as you say, you're not getting any marks, and this part I find very useful with, you know, when I like to burnish over my papers when I stick them down. You know as a crafter yourself, don't you, that we like to do it properly.
The thing with you, Don, you just explained, you know, if you have got the right materials, the right tools, that's what's going to give you the best foundation for your pictures. It's going to be what is going to make it long-lasting. And this is why this kit is so phenomenal. The glues that we have got in here as well, the EVA glue that, of course, is a pH neutral, which means that it's perfect for your memory books. If you want that glue, if you are not sure if your glue is, please invest in the EVA glue, which is actually bottom of the screen, the details, £13.99, bottom of the screen for this, approaching 80% of the stock gone, are really rated, even as a car making all over glue. It's not as wet as a PVA glue, so it doesn't wrinkle as much, it doesn't, you know, has a buckling effect. But of course, if then you decant it into your bottles, it's even better. If you want your non-clogged bottles, we have them in stock. Very, very busy for them. I know many people, I just need to look in my craft room, that have got more than one pair. £13.99 is your price, approaching 80% of the stock. 603282 is your item number. Back to you, Don.
Right, so that's all my burnishing done. So again, I'm going in with my trusty glue. So this is my base one. This is the 9 centimetre one. So I'm just going to now put glue on the 7 centimetre one in the middle. Okay, so with the fine nozzle, you can go quite close to the edge, which is nice, and you're in control. That's the nice thing about it. And I'm just going to pop that in. Now, I'm eyeballing.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're a bit concerned about eyeballing, please just lay, I'll show you in a minute, you can lay it on and do a pencil line.
Right.
Okay, once I'm happy with where it is, I open this out and again,
burnish it.
Give that a good burnish. This, you know, the EVA is very good for bookbinding as well, so it is very good, sturdy for your you know, your crafting, your mini books, that type of thing.
It's such a, I think it's like a lot of us, we know the PVA or tacky glues of the past and we love them. And yeah, when we go to this one, at the beginning I thought it's going to be the same, but it's so strong as well.
Is.
And it behaves in a similar way in all the good stuff.
It does, and it's not as fluid, if you like. It's you're in control more, especially with these bottles. You are in control more. Trust me. Now, if you're concerned with you know, eyeballing, as I say, what you can do is before you put any glue on, put it where you want it, and then you could just go in with a pencil and just mark yourself a couple of lines. But, you know, this album is good for crafters of all abilities, from sort of seasoned crafters to beginner crafters. You know, seasoned crafters will see how far they can take this by adding extra pockets, which I can share with you later.
Absolutely.
Oh, that one's slid. Let's put that one back where it should be. So that is your hinge all done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very simple.
Very simple. Now, I'm going to leave that for a minute. I'm going to bring one in that I've started just to help with time. Okay. So now we're going to start adding our red line tape.
Right.
All right. Just to our hinge sections. Now, the red line tape comes in a pack of 4, doesn't it? Now, the nice thing again about this for your mini albums is all 4 sizes you can use.
Okay.
So you've got your 12mm and your 9mm, and these are absolutely perfect for doing your hinges. Okay. And then you've got 6mm and 3mm, and these are perfect for doing your pockets. Fabulous. So I have actually used all 4 sizes. And
of course, remember that every of the those rolls is the equivalent of a traditional 5-meter roll because it contains 30 meters each of them. So 120 meters in total, or the equivalent of actually 24 rolls of tape. £13.99 is your price. 825810 is your item number. Back to you, Don.
That's okay. So I'm going to pop this on either side. Now, what I like to do with my red line tape is, once it's down, I like to burnish.
Oh, you like to burnish. But you know what? It's funny. It's a really, I will say, if you get into a good habit.
Yes.
Of burnishing, like the folds, the you know, items stuck to each other, burnishing the red liner tape. In actual fact, makes life so much better and quick and easier and best results, which is what we want.
Exactly. And the thing when you're burnishing is, if you burnish your red line tape, what it does is it's pushing the glue into the fibres of your paper. So we're going right back again to the fact of good construction. So I've now got my red line tape on there, and then I'm just going to mitre, which is just cutting a little triangle off on the ends of my hinge. So I've done those 2, and I'll do those 2. Okay, get that last one better, that's it. So that's all ready now to go into our cover that we made. Okay, so this is my little twist on it. So by having these 2 flaps here, by counterbalancing them and putting them at the back, and this is what I always say to people, when you're doing this, put it in your album and just fold your album closed and just make sure you're happy that it's all in you know, it's all going to
within
fit
it.
nicely.
Yeah.
There's no point in sticking it in and then you think,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't quite stick that properly. Make sure that just works first. And what the counterbalance does, let me just show you, is when you've got your album open,
Right.
it lays flat.
Fabulous.
Okay, so when you're looking at the pages,
Yeah.
you haven't got to worry about trying to hold the pages down because the pages stay there because it lays flat. And that's why I like this way of doing a hinge. Can you
Yes.
see? And it just makes it just easier for the person looking at it, you know, that
Yes.
they're not struggling with pages and
And-
trying to get the pockets out.
And it's something that if you buy a photo album, if you buy like a wedding album or something like this, you pay extra for those lay flat books.
You do.
Because it's a more expensive process.
Yes.
So therefore you are reminiscent, you are telling that you have taken that care into making this
Yes.
album.
Exactly. So now we know that our hinge fits nicely. We're quite happy with that. And I always say, just test, it's just worth it. I'm going to now glue our hinge in, but I'm only going to put glue on one flap to start with, okay? And all will become clear. And this is where it is easy to do. This is where it's not going to panic you. So I've got my glue on one side. So just pop it into your album. Now you know that your cover is 1 centimetre bigger than your hinge and your pages because we cut it that way out the A4. So if you just pop that in where you want it, just making sure that all fits. And then what you're going to do is go in again with your trusty bone folder and give that a burnish. And then you're going to glue the second half.
And can we burnish that bit? Or
Yes, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the second piece down, and then I've opened these last
Of
two,
course.
and then you can go in and burnish
The
that
inside.
piece as well. And then you can also just get
Yes.
this last little piece on the side there. So that is your hinge in your book, all ready for its pages.
And that's fabulous. And also, of course, this is the 8-inch bundle, which we have. Well, I mean, Donnie, that's amazing. It's three quarters of the stock has already gone. If you want yours, you know what to do. Check out your baskets. Now, we also have the 6-inch one. Now, also 3/4 of the stock has gone of that fabulous bundle. Now, remember, this is a brand new concept from by Praying for Crafts. It gives you the A4 card in black and white, but of course the ready card in here, the pages, and of course the 15 by 30. I'll get there one day, of the black and the white. Now, of course, you are getting them in true black and true white. Now, you may have known Super Smooth. Super Smooth is this amazing multitasking card. However, it's not acid and lignin free. And that's a very important word. When we are talking about preserving your memories, we wanted to preserve the papers that we are using. We want to preserve the memories, the pictures as well as we can. And one of the things that damages those papers and those pictures is acid and the lignin content inside the card. Hence why this is a perfect bundle to get. Maybe you are thinking, well, you know what? I love Dawn's, the projects, but I have got dies that I want to use and things like that. That will work as well. But of course, this is, you have got in here the ready-made, and of course, Dawn will have in her social media her link to her instructions. £18.59 is your price. 026440 is your item number. Now we have also the 12 by 12, I believe. Oh, no, sorry. Do you want? Oh, the true white 12 by 12, you already talked about that. Yes, kind of, I thought, true white? Yes. It's like, yeah. Of course, if you want the 12 by 12, you in true white, you have the option to go for the 12 by 12, 280 GSM Now, we are kind of talking a lot about preserving your memories, but there is something to be said that if you want to do something for the home, you want it to last as long as possible there as well. You don't have to be worried about pictures, but you know, you want pieces of art. Starting with a foundation of acid and lignin free is a perfect point to start with. 50 sheets in total you are getting of the 12 by 12 of that true white, brand new today. £19.99 is your price. 382161 is your item number. Now, we have got the white, but we also have got the true collection, because that gives you the black, the green, the red, and the brown, and the blue. All of them are true cardstock, which means that they are acid and lignin free. Now, like Dawn was mentioning at the very beginning, it folds, it creases. You can make it onto car, like car making as well. You may be one of these people that you're thinking, well, I like to mat and layer my scrapbook pages, and I do. That's one of my really go-to techniques. Now, this is perfect because you have got 5 different colors. You are getting 10 sheets of each of those colors, so you can mix and match exactly the colors that you have got. For instance, pick up the greens of the grass, pick up the blue from the skies of a picture, or the seaside. This is why you want to go for this collection, because you will have the true black, the true red. Imagine you're getting a beautiful bouquet of red roses and you want to take in a picture, you want to print it out. The red will be perfect. You know, or maybe you were wearing a really beautiful dress, you know, there was a kind of a brown colors or maybe creams. The brown will be perfect to accentuate that. 696-575 is your item number. 50 sheets in total, 10 of each of those 5 colors. Then, if you want to go for true black, we have got here the true black option. True brown. We do have got true black as well, but true brown in here. Now, this one, of course, you're getting 50 sheets in total, acid and lignin free sports, brand new today, 280 GSM. So again, you can die cut it, you can cut it, you can make cards, but of course for scrapbooking, especially vintage, or maybe it's industrial pictures, absolutely perfect. Traveling pictures in brown always look amazing. £19.99 is your price. 875235 is your item number. Now, I did say we had true black. We do have it, of course, 50 sheets in total. £19.99 is your price. Remember, I would, you know, this is one of my go-to. The true black is a beautiful black, acid and lignin free, perfect for your, if you're doing Miss P journals, absolutely phenomenal. 398859 is your item number. Now, we also have got 3D Collal glue kit. Now, this is of course the one that gives you that dimension. If you like to attach elements or decoupage or things like this, this is perfect. You can control the height as well, and it dries completely clear. £10.98, and of course, unlike silicone, this one does not have that strong smell. Then we have also the foam collection. You are getting the 15,000 foam pads. Oh, 1,500, sorry. 1,500 foam pads. Oh, seriously, Paula, what's wrong with you today? And 25 foam roll as well. £24.99 is your price. You are saving £5.50. 325813 is your item number. I have a couple of days off, like literally a couple of them, and then my brain just goes away. The watercolor card, you are getting here 30 sheets in total, and of course that is that beautiful 12 by 12 size. 156122 is your item number, saving £6 and £14.99 is what you are paying. Now, if you want to create your own stencils, well, here you have the Mylar Micron. You are getting them in 350 micron. There are 6 sheets of 12 by 12. Do like Hazel, cut them into quarters, and then you will have 12 in total. $11.99 is your item, your price. 394204 is your item number. Now, the photo glue, very busy for that. Now, it is by Collal. You are getting a trio of them. Remember, it's kind of rubber based, therefore it doesn't wrinkle the pages. It's brand new today. $11.97 is your price. Perfect for photos. 272 177 is your item number. And we also have a 7-day savers, which is for pink for of course it is the A6 watercolor card. You are getting 200 sheets in total, and there for the £7.50 is your saving, £12.49. Now that's a 7-day saver, but remember that there we have got a happy hour deal. Now that will disappear at the end of the hour, and I always say this is a phenomenal glue at a phenomenal price. When you have got a happy hour, it's one of those times that you have to check out your baskets. £15.99 is your price. You are saving £14. Remember, this is the full liter. You will refill 10 smaller bottles of the Coal. 227990 is your item number. It is really great. It doesn't wrinkle as well the pages, and it kind of dries rock hard. Right, now do check out your baskets. Now we want to see more demos, so let's head back to Dawn.
Right, so now let's look at the pages. So you're going to make 8 pages, and for those you're going to need your cardstock. So for the 8-inch size, you've got the 20 centimetre by 40, and as I say, you've got enough in the kit to make 2 albums in the black and 2 in the white, and you've got a couple of extra sheets there as well. Right. Okay, so we're going to go with the long side in the scoreboard, and this time you're going to score at 6 centimetres.
Okay.
And 25.5 centimetres. Right. Okay, and you're going to do that on 8 sheets, but you don't want to watch me score 8 sheets. So then what you're going to do is trusty burnish.
Of course.
Okay, and you'll see, look, you're not getting any cracking or anything. This is why I think this cardstock is just amazing, because you don't at all. You know, it's just a real crisp, clean look. And as crafters, that's what we want.
That's what we want, isn't it?
Definitely. Definitely what we want. So this is going to create a page. Right. All right. Now, I said to you that you've got your red liner tape in 4 sizes, and you can use both of the sizes in the album. So the 2 thicker ones I would use for the hinges, and then you can use your 2 thinner ones.
Right.
Either your 3mm or 6mm to do the pocket. So I used 3mm in the first show this morning, so let's go ahead and use the 6mm this time, so they don't feel left out. I like them to all feel included. So what you're going to do is the little flap is going to be your pocket. So you're just going to add a little bit of red liner tape there, and another little bit of red liner tape there. Okay. Now you're not going to stick this down until you've decorated with your pattern papers. Okay, so don't think, oh right, I've stuck that down, I'll stick that on there, and then of course you haven't decorated, as you've just seen me do earlier on in the show. But now let me show you how to attach them to the page. Right. So I've gone ahead and I've started putting my pages in.
Right, yeah.
Now what I like to do is I have the flaps laid out. You'll find your book lays nice and flat, and you'll find it easier to put the pages in. So the little flap is going to go closest to your hinge. Yeah. I've actually used the 9mm tape for this, and I've put the tape close to this edge. So if you've got a little edge here, do not panic, because
you can put, of course, a little bit
you can put a little bit of your glue
and having
down.
the non-clog bottles makes it so much easier to get.
It does. No. So I've got my page there, which is going to go on there. So I'm going to turn it this way. Okay, I'm going to just take off my red liner tape. That's going to stick to me. Okay, I'm going to bring it up close to the hinge. Yeah. Before I put that hinge back, a little top tip is just with your fingers, top and bottom, just align. Can you feel? You can align all your pages. You can feel the top one, you can feel the bottom one. Okay, hold it down. I've slipped, so I'm going to realign, yeah, and then just flap it back on itself. And again, going with a quick burnish. You're going to get sick of me saying burnish. You'll be at home making this album, and you're going to say to yourselves, Dawn said I've got to burnish, and yes, you have got to burnish.
Well, that's the top tip.
I'll be that little voice in your head.
Yeah, absolutely. Burnish to get the best results. Yeah.
So I've taken the red liner tape off the other side.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm just going to put again a little bit of that bead glue there, because this is it. We've got 4 sizes in the red liner tape. Why not use them?
Use them.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Don't think, oh well, I can only use 2 sizes.
I have a question, Dawn. If you didn't put glue at the very top, could you just make it into a pocket, a hidden pocket?
You're ahead of me there.
Oh,
yes. This is where, I call this my easy and fast.
Yeah.
Okay. But you could quite easily, a seasoned crafter, you can already see, you could have a pocket at the top. You could have a pocket at the side. So this is the beginnings, this is the basics. But you at home, if you're seasoned crafters, you can add your own little touches to this. And I'm sure a lot of you will.
Yeah.
And I can see it happening. And I do know people that do. Yeah. And why not? This is it. I've taught this as a class. Yeah. And yes, why not?
Fabulous.
So I've got my glue on. Now, top tip, I've got my, this is my cover. This is the pocket that's going near the spine. You always remember the small pocket goes near spine. I'm not going to stick down there first. I'm going to put this end near the here first, because this is going to go together to make your page. Yeah. So just line it up. Okay. When you're happy with it, then I like to pop that flat back, push those 2 together. Okay, and then we're going to just open that out again and burnish. And that is as easy as it is to put a page in. But I'm not going to put these down because we haven't decorated. But you'll see as I close all these flaps up, you'll see as you close all these up, the pages all go like a waterfall. And this is a very doable album. Can you see here? They go,
yes,
yes,
of course, yeah.
So this is just so easy for, you know, a beginner crafter or a seasoned crafter. As I say, as long as you've got good tools, good products, right instruction, anybody can do it, and you can do it at home with these bundles. Fantastic.
And the thing is, you know, the ones that you finish, it's not only that they can do it, it's just that they can have the achievement of having made something like this. And you are right. I mean, papers, I mean, if you are a brand new crafter and you're thinking, oh, well, I don't have papers there. Well, there are, you know, like kind of, I'm sure there is, you know, you can create your own patterns with a card as well. Just print your own pictures, blow them up, make them bigger, feed them to the page.
But with the true white, you can stamp on here.
Absolutely.
You know, you could stamp on here. You could do some blending techniques. You know, you've got all those beautiful stamps at home. So if you haven't got any pattern papers, you know, your true white you can stamp on quite easily. You know, you've seen Hazel do techniques with the true black with stamping. So if you didn't want to add pattern papers, you don't have to. Use your stamps, use your inks. You know, let them work for you. But look, you've got that finished in no time at all, and these are addictive. This is why we've put the bundles that you can make 4, because they are addictive, and you are going to love making every single one, I know.
Absolutely. And thank you so much, Dawn, for showing that. And we are approaching limited stock for the 8-inch bundle. Now, this, of course, gives you the possibilities of making 4 in total. That would make 2 in white, 2 in black. Now, there is lots of ways of looking at this. There is the way of saying, yes, I will make 4 beautiful albums to keep my memories, to preserve my memories. But there is also the way of looking at this, like, I'm going to experiment. I'm going to make 1. And then you might be like Dawn and myself, that become addicted of making little albums or medium-sized albums because you have got memories to preserve, or you just have aspirational quotes, or you just want to have it as an art journal in which you are putting in here pieces of art you have made. Now, if you want the 8x8, which is of course approaching limited stock, make sure to check out your baskets. 267601 is your item number, £25.99. Remember, 4 albums that you can make, and then, or projects. Who knows what you are going to be inspired to make. Now, very busy for the happy hour. Remember that this deal will disappear in 6 minutes. There you can see it. Now, this is a Collal all-purpose glue. Now, this is a solvent-based glue, which means that you have wiggle time. You also have repositionable time, but it will dry, you know, solid. This is the one that I go to for my matting and layering. This is the one that I do to make sure that if I'm doing a board, it's gonna feel like an extra layer of card has been attached to it. But the best thing about this happy hour deal is the fact of the price. Look at that saving of £14. It's almost half price because you are paying £15.99. 227-990 is your item number. Now we have about 3 minutes left in the show.
Right. I wanted to share with you about the photo glue.
Fabulous.
So if you want to get the layout at the end,
Yes,
right at the end with the brown,
yeah.
okay, because some people don't really know what photo glue is. Now, you know, this is a lifesaver. You know, I've inherited, or, you know, my lost both parents, and I've got my brothers and sisters said, right, here's all the photos, you archive them. So I'm archiving them for the family so they can share them and keep them. And if you pull out the little tag on there, don't just think photo glue for photos.
Oh.
This is an actual cutting from the newspaper when my parents got married in 1956.
Wow.
And I used photo glue to glue it to the true brown cardstock. And it hasn't bobbled it, it's not warped it, it's nice and flat, but I know it's preserved correctly.
Yeah,
that is kept correctly. I haven't recut it because the clipping was cut how my mum and dad cut it out.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to straighten it up because it's how they did it.
I love it.
And it was just tucked in the back of the wedding album. So why not get it out and document it?
Absolutely.
But the photo glue, I just wanted to share because it is a little bit runnier. Okay, and this is why I wanted to share with you.
We have got about a minute left.
Right, so I've got, again, some original photos here. Don't be frightened to use your original photos. I know a lot of people are, but I don't know about anybody else in these present times. You realise that get things documented for generations to come. You don't need to squeeze it very hard. It comes out quite runny.
I see, yeah.
Okay, so I find if you just put a little bit on,
right,
but you can see it's quite runny. Don't be frightened of it, and it does take a little bit of time just to set.
Yeah.
And then if I've got this on the true blue and the true black, just double mattes.
That's very smart.
You get wiggle room with this, and it's not a quick grab like the EVA, okay? But you know that your original photographs are preserved, and they're preserved correctly.
Thank you so much, Dawn. Do you know when you are back?
I'm not sure when I'm back, but I do know that Hazel is going to be with you on Bank Holiday Monday, the 3rd of May, and she's on, and I want to say, yes, 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. So you can tune in and see Hazel.
Thank you so much, Dawn. A pleasure to have you back. I hope to see you very soon at home. Do check out your baskets, especially for the happy hour.